Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we're discussing about the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Some people have very strong opinions about this. In my personal view, I am a big proponent of the Bitcoin Lightning Network because it's there to save us fees. And even though it won't be realistic to expect that every single exchange and every single big corporation that works with cryptocurrency will start accepting Bitcoin Lightning Network because it would have done so a long time ago, it's still something it's an alternative to some of our problems with fees. So why are people so loud outside? Anyways, so the Bitcoin Lightning Network has just reached a major milestone. It might seem pretty small compared to all the large numbers that we're talking about every single day on a daily basis. Oh yeah, there's a $2 trillion market cap. Oh yeah, hundreds of billions of dollars passing through. The Bitcoin Lightning Network has reached $100 million on the network. So it might not be a huge number, but you have to compare everything to itself and its past history. $100 million is huge for the Lightning Network and is only there to grow forward. So it's the first time ever that it's hit $100 million, and it's still a pretty new project because it's been launched since 2018. The second layer scaling solution now holds 2,370 Bitcoin. That's worth about $114 million. It's an all-time high because it increased gradually from 1,000 Bitcoins earlier this year. That's more than twofold. Since May, however, it has seen a jump of some sorts, up from 1,200 Bitcoins to now nearly double as it sees one of its fastest adoption in years. The jump sort of coincides with El Salvador declaring Bitcoin as legal tender in June. Their parliament has now authorized a $150 million trust to manage the Bitcoin to USD conversion for merchants and users within El Salvador. And did you see the news recently that Honduras has just placed their first cryptocurrency ATM? That's pretty exciting stuff. In addition, every El Salvadorian that downloads the Chivo wallet, that's the wallet that the government is going to be made, and every single person is going to be getting a little bit of an airdrop. It's going to be $30 per person, which that's a lot because there's a few million people, and now we have a problem of fees, and the El Salvadorian government has been looking towards the Lightning Network to help out with these problematic fees. $30 may not seem like a lot, but when Bitcoin's fees are high, and to send $30 is going to require $15 or $20 or maybe even higher than that, it just doesn't make sense because it's going to double the amount of money. And where's this money coming from? It's coming from the taxpayers of El Salvador. So they want to reduce this as much as possible so everybody gets $30 and they don't waste too much money on fees. Businesses will now have to accept Bitcoin there, although they're able to choose to receive the actual payment in USD, with the Lightning Network being used for that. It's necessary for a country like El Salvador. They're not making a lot of money. $30 is a lot to them. It's as if we were sending stimulus checks in cryptocurrency, except when you talk about $1,200 in the US, a transaction fee of $25, $30 may not seem that much, but when you're talking about hundreds of millions of people, the Lightning Network is necessary for any of these big ideas that people have, for donations, for airdrops, for Bitcoin, even for a small merchant that's just trying to get by. If you save $300 in fees every month, that's huge. That's all the difference. It's as if you were relieved from paying a portion of your taxes every month. That's a big reason to support the Lightning Network. So other reasons that the Lightning Network might be getting some exciting news and getting some hype and therefore more transactions is Twitter, for example, is piloting their rollout of LN Tips. They're going to be using a Strike wallet on their new platform. We don't know how much of the usage of Lightning Network will be through that, but Jack Dorsey is a big proponent of Bitcoin, so pretty big social media platform company. They want to save money. The problem with Lightning Network, though, is that for the average user, opening up a wallet and managing that can be pretty complex. Usually they tend to be custodian wallets. So basically larger companies that are managing liquidity and opening new wallets for other big companies. Opening channels or connecting to watchtowers, that can be pretty difficult for the average Joe out there, especially if he's brand new to cryptocurrency. He's not going to have a freaking clue what that is. Lightning Network is designed to speed things up, to have lower fees, but it could be more susceptible to malicious attacks or fraud, and that's also something to consider. Do you want your money to just be lost? Like in DeFi, there's high risk, because if the code is designed bad, then some malicious party can actually steal your money. It's not going to be as safe as the original Bitcoin, so you have to weigh that cost. Is it worth it, those extra $5, $10, $15 that you're saving per transaction? There's a small chance, but it does exist, that some criminals could take your money. There's other disadvantages to Lightning Network as well. I mean, we can't only be talking positives. Normal people will never, like we discussed, normal people will never be able to set up the nodes that are required for running Bitcoin Lightning Network. It's tricky to get a full node running properly, getting in and outbound channels set up. It's just the average person, again, if they're new to cryptocurrency, they might have trouble setting up a Coinbase wallet, let alone actually running nodes. These are only people who are fully into the space, either big investors or developers. There are some fees, believe it or not. Lightning Network channels must sometimes settle on the multi-chain. Some clever engineering could reduce this need, but it can't eliminate it. At some point, Bitcoin blocks will have to get larger if Lightning Network will even work at all as a scalability solution for small payments. And the problem is that a lot of exchanges and big players are still refusing to use the Lightning Network. It is an upgrade. Every single upgrade costs money to businesses, and they have to decide whether they're going to be pro or against it. And a lot of businesses, unfortunately, still don't use the Bitcoin Lightning Network. And you can't use the Bitcoin Lightning Network if one of your main exchanges doesn't support it. I mean, you can, but that's not going to end up too well. One of the big problems is that it's still too new. But this is a pretty big milestone. As we see that it grows, more companies, more exchanges might want to get involved. Therefore, more support will mean that the average user might be more inclined to set up a node, or they might not even have to do that. If their wallet supports it and their exchange supports it, they might just choose to do that with a simple YouTube tutorial. They'll just have to research it for a day or two, and then they'll be using it to save fees. Unfortunately, certain things about cryptocurrency are still too complex for the average person. It's not that they're hard to figure out, it's just that there's a lot of material that you have to review, because while you're dealing with money, you don't want to send your money to the wrong place and never get it back again. There's no chargebacks, there's no undo button. And then there's people who are going to make mistakes, and then they're going to say it's a big scam, and it's going to be a big setback just because of one person's failure to do proper research. So it's better for things to stay simple right now, but as the Lightning Network grows and as more exchanges accept it, we should see mass adoption of that as well, hopefully in the future. Some people are calling it a scam. I don't see why it would be called a scam. I'm not one of those people that believes that. There are flood issues. There are issues that, yes, you could have parts of the network that are hacked, or there are going to be malicious players out there. But you don't see people calling DeFi a scam just because there's some rug pulls out there. There's always going to be some setbacks. So that's today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I have to say that my eyesight is getting 10 times worse. I could barely see. It's a little weird. Got new glasses a few months back because of astigmatism, and when I take them off, it's terrible. One eye is completely blurry, and even with the new glasses, my eyesight's hurting. So I don't know. Have you guys wear glasses? What's your experiences with them? I hate contacts. I've worn glasses for many years now, and this year has just been terrible. My vision's definitely degraded, and I've been getting a lot of migraines right now. Not too good when I'm looking at the computer, like text is sort of swirling and everything's kind of getting blurry. That's not supposed to be happening. But also my vision's not in the best place, because if you guys remember, besides my tinnitus, a lot of people with tinnitus get visual snow, and I'm hypersensitive to light sometimes. So if I look at a light bulb for even a second, then I see it, kind of like if you stared into the sun for too long. But for me, all it takes is a second and boom, it's there. I can't get it out of my vision for like the next few minutes. It's horrible. Anyways, I wanted to discuss that with you guys, because while I was doing the research for this video, I was looking at text and it was all swirling around. I was like, geez, maybe someone else has the same problem out there in the comments section. I don't know. How do you deal with it? Do you just go about your day, I guess, and try and ignore it? It's kind of hard to ignore. That's that, though. Have a great rest of your day. And if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. We'll see you guys, as always, tomorrow. Bye.